right, so welcome. Could you please give self-introduction first off so everybody knows who you are and where you're from?
Well, my name is Christian Baden, and I'm from the University of Amsterdam, basically, and currently also working at the University of Munich, Ludwig-Maximilians-Universität,
Okay.
My name is Clarissa David. I am an assistant professor at the UP College of Mass Communication in Diliman, based in Quezon City in the Philippines.
Okay, how's the conference going so far? Have you been to Singapore, or is this the first time?
It's my first time in Singapore, and actually I haven't been much in Singapore even since I arrived. I mean, I made the transfer here to the conference hotel and I walked once around the block. So my first time in Singapore, in the sense of the word, is still coming.
Okay. You have to get out and see. Are you going on any of the tours that are planned?
No, but I'm going to have some people around here who know the way.
And show you afterwards. Good, good. You definitely have to see the country. And Clarissa, have you been to Singapore?
I have never been to Singapore.
Really?
Yes,
okay.
I know. I get that a lot. It is. I was just in a conversation yesterday with a friend, and he was like, "How is it possible that you've never been to Singapore?" I live 4 hours away from Singapore. I have never had to be here, so this is nice. I get to go to Singapore. I do have a list of things to do, and all of it involves food, one way or another. So all of my friends who I asked to give me recommendations basically sent me a list of food items that I need to try and where I need to travel to try the food. So
That's
hawker stores and Hainanese chicken rice and things like that are on my list.
Completely confirm that.
Yeah.
I think there have been some surveys, done within ASEAN, and Singapore always pops up as the place that people want to work and visit.
Really?
Visit closely with Thailand. Thailand and Singapore, but they're both up there. And recently, Singapore, I think, has been doing well in both areas. So usually when I meet people from Southeast Asia, Philippines, I will assume that they have been to Singapore through Singapore.
It's a safe assumption.
Yeah.
I'm an outlier in that case.
Can you tell us about your panel and the papers that were presented today? And your areas of research and how the session went today and what was presented. Just give us a synopsis for those watching on the internet.
Well, we just had a session called International Studies of Framing, and there were 5 papers announced, 3 presented, and out of these 2 were concerned with semantic network analysis as a new technique of studying framing, one by her, one by me, and the 3rd paper was a discourse analytic use of the concept of framing, applying this to the Swedish case. And I must say I'm very happy with the discussion in particular afterwards. Turnout could have been slightly better, but that's just something that happens.
That's true. Can you tell us about your paper and the study that you presented today?
I presented the results of a semantic network analysis that we did on news media coverage of the population issue in the Philippines, which is a very large, important political issue in the country. And it's on a debate that's been going on for 30 years and hasn't reached a conclusion. It doesn't look like it's going to reach a conclusion anytime soon. So it's politically important in the country. But it was also an opportunity to try these new methods of analysis on a theoretical approach that's about 15 years old, I would say, framing. And it's really blown up, and I'm very pleased to see that there are several papers on framing. In fact, there was a panel on framing just before this one. So in one afternoon, we heard about maybe 8 or 10 papers on framing. So it's been interesting how people have gone with this and run with it in different directions. The diversity of papers is really interesting.
What else are you looking forward to during the conference? Have you penciled anything in? Papers, panels, events, or things in Singapore?
Well, I'm going to that one on semantic network analysis that Chris here was promoting. So far that I haven't really looked at the rest of the program. I wanted to make sure that I had my thing over with.
Okay.
And then, but I'll spend most of the day tomorrow in the panels. A lot of the panels on HealthCom as well sound very interesting.
I guess that's a challenge to strike the balance between the interesting panels and, not missing out on the rest of the city, right? So, I don't know, I make this a bit up as I go. I'm quite certain to be there at my second presentation. So.
Yes.
That is penciled in. And
beyond that,
maybe you should use marker this time.